Hello, welcome in or welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about anticipated releases for 2026 Q2. And yes, I realize that May is Q2 and we're already at the end of May, so Q2 is like 2/3 over, but I still want to talk about some books, okay? We're just gonna run with it today, okay? We're just gonna run with it. Pretend that these are all brand new books that haven't come out already. So much like my full 2026 anticipated releases, I'm gonna break these up into sections. So I'm gonna break them up into arcs that I have. I have books that I have that are auto read / auto buy. I have those that I'm probably going to get from the library, and then a couple that I am going to wait for reviews on to see what people have to say about them. So let's start with my arcs. So the first arc that I have to talk about coming out in May 2026 is Dead Weight by Hildur Knutsdottir. This is translated from Icelandic by Mary Robinette Kowal. This is a Icelandic horror novella. I really liked the first novella that was translated into English from this author, also by Mary Robinette Kowal. It was The Night Guest. And so I was very happy to get this arc. I'm going to be reading it very soon because May 26th is just around the corner. Next, I have Heaven's Graveyard by Grace Curtis. This is coming out June 16th. I have read and loved Floating Hotel by her. I own Frontier by her, which I am excited to read. That's space western. Heaven's Graveyard is a sinister lesbian history mystery bringing old magic into a dangerous new century. So, very interesting take on this, so I am excited to get to that one. Again, that is June 16th. Okay, those are just the two arcs that I have that are within Q2. Moving on to the ones that I am auto-reading, auto-buying. Two of these books were genuine auto-buys for me. So first, New Murderbot, Platform Decay by Martha Wells. This is Murderbot number 8, I believe. I still have not read System Collapse, so this is on the docket with System Collapse very soon this year. And then the other auto-buy from me for Q2, All Hail Chaos by Rees Brennan. This is the sequel to Long Live Evil, which I absolutely loved. Very excited to get back into this one. I think I will reread the last third of Long Live Evil just to relive that ending again. That ending got me good. So I will read the last third of it, I think, and then get into this one. And then this was not an auto read or auto buy, but I already bought it, so I'm including it in this section. The Republic of Memory by Mahmud El-Sayed. This is a sci-fi taking place on a city ship, generation ship that is going, across the stars, and those that are awake and the caretakers of those in cryosleep maybe starting a little revolution. When blackouts begin, unrest follows. The ship can only continue running smoothly with the cooperation of the crew, and the crew has had enough. As coordinated acts of resistance coincide with a much more complex conspiracy, a chain of events is set in motion that would change life on the Safina forever. So, very, very thrilled to get to this one soon. Moving on to books that I am almost definitely going to get from the library first. If I really like them, I'll probably buy them. First, we have If We Cannot Go at the Speed of Light by Kim Cho-yeop. This is coming out on May 7th. This is translated from South Korean. It is a collection of speculative works from this author. So I love a speculative anthology translated from another language because I think it's a really good taster for an author and a really good taster for what speculative works from a different culture is like. So I really enjoy those. Next I have, and I'm realizing that I don't have all of these essentially in proper date order, so forgive me for that. We have The Heart of the Nhaga by Lee Young-do, translated by Anton. This is out on June 2nd. This is apparently a classic fantasy novel in South Korea. I believe it's about 20 years old at this point, maybe 10 to 20 years old at this point. And it is finally being translated into English. It's a classic series, The Bird That Drinks Tears. Lee Young-do is a master of Korean fantasy. He has created a tale of castles built on the backs of flying mantas, giant birdmen, heartless immortals, and a quest that will change the very nature of the world and its gods. I love the idea of seeing what classic epic fantasy looks like coming from other cultures, so I'm very much looking forward to that one. Next, we have A Field Guide for the Formerly Villainous by Autumn K. England. This is out on May 26th. The tagline on this is, what happens to all the mind-controlled minions when the evil villain is finally vanquished? So this poor minion just wants to live a quiet, cozy life and figure her life out now that she's no longer a mind-controlled minion. I think that sounds really nice, and it sounds like a really pretty decent cozy, so I'm looking forward to that. Next we have Sublimation by Isabel J. Kim, coming out on June 2nd. This is Isabel J. Kim's first full-length novel. I think she had a short story that won a Hugo Award, and this was also a short story that she is building from. And in this one, when someone emigrates, they leave, they're split when they leave their origin country. So in this case, South Korea. So the main character has a version of her left behind, and she has gone to America, but then their grandfather in South Korea dies, and she has to go back for the funeral, but the version of her in South Korea kind of wants to take her life. So that is going to be really interesting. I know a lot of people who read speculative fiction are really looking forward to this, so I am so looking forward to seeing how everybody feels about this one. Okay, and then the last two under wait for reviews. First I have Green City Wars by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I have such a back and forth yo-yo relationship with Adrian Tchaikovsky's work. I loved Elder Race so much. And side note, spoiler alert for a future video, there's a sequel to Elder Race coming out late this year. I'm so excited. This is like a neo-noir murder mystery, but all the characters are animals. I think the main character is a raccoon detective. So I am so intrigued. But a lot of the times my trouble with Adrian Tchaikovsky are that his ideas are so freaking good and I want to love them, but the execution doesn't always work for me. So I think his character work gets lost in the idea work, and I wish I could ignore that, and sometimes it works for me, like in Elder Race it did, but most of the time I'm giving him like 2 to 3 stars or DNFing. So I want to like more Adrian Tchaikovsky work. He writes so goddamn much. I have to like something. So Green City Wars is out June 23rd. And then last for Q2. Again, this is only Q2. This is only April, May, June. So last for Q2. And this is just Thrilling Tales of Modern Men and Other Stories by Danny McBride. And yes, actor-comedian Danny McBride. From the beloved creator and star of The Righteous Gemstones and Eastbound and Down comes a wild collection of short stories. I saw that and I was like, I need to know what this is like. That man has a hilariously weird brain. I need to know what this is like. These stories take viciously unexpected tragic and comedic turns. While each one is addictively unpredictable, when taken together, these darkly funny, strangely emotional, and occasionally brutal tales provide an indelible look at the fragile masculinity of modern American culture. I need to know what this is like. I honestly, I am probably going to get this from library as soon as I can. That is everything Q2 that I am anticipating, that I am looking forward to, that I've already bought because we are already at the end of May, you know? So again, we're going to ignore the fact that we're already deep in the midst of Q2. Let me know out of all those books, what you are looking forward to the most. Let me know what has come out or is coming out in Q2 that you are very excited, looking forward to the most. I would love to hear about it. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.